as we come in here, we received CDC guidance, as many as you are well aware this afternoon. It's a good day. It's another one of those moves in Minnesota and across the country of a back towards normalcy. And the CDC is now recommending that if you have been fully vaccinated beyond your time, you no longer need to wear a mask in most settings. It's exciting news. And I think first and foremost, it reflects the discipline and the commitment here in Minnesota and in many places across the country to protecting not only themselves but their neighbors. We know that masks were a critical tool in the early stages and still remain today of stopping or slowing the transmission of coronavirus. And then when we added to our arsenal vaccines, and especially at the pace we've been vaccinating, we saw earlier in this month what a big difference it made. I was just over today at River Center at one of our state mass vac sites where we were celebrating crossing over 500,000 doses given at those. And in our family, kind of a milestone, my 14-year-old went and got his vaccine after school with his friend Violet. And so we're moving in that direction. The vaccines are making a difference, and CDC now moved their guidance. Those that are fully vaccinated, and Commissioner Malcolm will talk about what this means. We're still analyzing everything that came out of this announcement. But as we've done from the beginning, we followed CDC guidance as closely as we could. We listened to our medical professionals and experts that they gave guidance so that we could make sure to communicate with Minnesotans. And so this is good news. Minnesotans, obviously, we were moving in the direction with many of our social distancing and different moves being made. Outdoors, folks can fully fill our stadiums again. And now the good news is those that are fully vaccinated can do so without wearing masks, knowing that not only are they remaining safe, they're not putting others at risk. So I'm going to make my pitch again to Minnesotans. Those of you who aren't vaccinated, now's the perfect time. Get this done. Make sure you get it done. You can go without masks then wherever you want to go. You can make sure that you and others who aren't, and please keep in mind, there are those amongst us, and especially our younger people that are not authorized to get the vaccine yet, and those that might be immunocompromised. They can't get the vaccine. And so if you're not fully vaccinated and you may be asymptomatic, we want to make sure we're protecting our neighbors again there. But the good news is that we'll be in the morning fully signing the executive orders to remove the statewide mask mandate, but there will be decisions that can be made by local businesses, by local jurisdictions, and certainly in the healthcare industry, as is relatively normal. People will continue to mask in some of those settings, but it will be highly recommended. The commissioner and MDH will clarify some of those as we look at CDC guidance, but it's a good day. It's one that we knew it was coming. It feels great that it's warm outside, and I think for many of us, getting used to, again, that sense of going out, getting used to being unmasked, getting used to, as they said, being around folks and see their face. And for me, it has been a challenge this year not to see folks smile, not to see emotions on people's face. And that's a big part of the return to normalcy, too. So we're excited about this. I'm going to have Commissioner Malcolm is going to talk a little bit about the health side of this. And then we've got Commissioner Grove from the Department of Employment and Economic Development to talk about the impact on businesses and how some of that guidance will come down. And again, like most of you out there, we got this guidance about 5 hours ago or so, and they've been working diligently to make sure that we're able to forward the proper guidance, the proper recommendations, and understand what the impact will be. And so with that, I'd like to welcome Commissioner Malcolm.
Well, thank you, Governor. I have really mixed feelings about this. I certainly agree with the governor that there's some really good news here, and that good news is the science is getting increasingly clear about not only the effectiveness of the vaccines in preventing severe illness and hospitalizations and death, which is enormously effective at, but the data are getting clearer and clearer as well that the vaccine prevents asymptomatic illness. So makes it we're much more confident now that when we're vaccinated, we're not putting other people at risk unknowingly. So it's a good thing, and we appreciate the CDC's updating of their guidance for fully vaccinated people. And I think it's just important that folks understand what the guidance is, which, as the governor said, the guidance is that fully vaccinated people essentially are free to go back to the activities we did before the pandemic. The CDC guidance remains, and our MDH guidance will remain, that people who are not vaccinated still are at risk. And my ambivalence about this, or my concern about this, is that there's still an awful lot of people in Minnesota who are not vaccinated. We're making great progress. We're at 61% of the currently vaccine eligible population, or I should say, amend that, the 16 plus population, but 61% is not nearly enough to keep this virus suppressed. So we do urge people who are not vaccinated, as the CDC does, to continue using all those other precautions. And to absolutely take seriously the value of vaccination and the importance of it for our community. But I think, as we've talked before, what this now means is, even though things may not be a requirement anymore, they will remain strong health recommendations to continue to follow that CDC guidance as we learn more and more.